This is the biggest Azure Standard order that I have made in a really long time. This is definitely going to be one of the biggest Azure Standard hauls, if not the biggest Azure Standard haul, or the most expensive one that I've ever done on my channel yet. Hello, I'm Shayla. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, then welcome back. Thank you for coming back. So let's dive into this Azure Standard order and see what I got this time. You guys, I truly hope you can look past some of the mess in my home. We just moved to a mountain homestead and we're still getting settled. I hope that you will forgive the messes in the process. So we also just returned to the farmer's market. We started going to a town that has farmer's market on the same day as our Azure pickup. So I've also got all of my produce over here from the farmer's market today. The first thing I will show you guys, I got a whole case. So I got 6 of these. I got Nancy's probiotic sour cream. I was really excited. This was on sale, so I got a whole case. We go through a lot of sour cream, but this is really delicious sour cream. Here I have some celeriac root. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Celeriac. Basically, I guess it's celery root, and I have never cooked with this before. I am super excited to cook with it. I want to know if you guys have recipes that you love with this stuff. If you do, please leave them in the comments below. I learned about this from watching, okay, I will tell you this, but it's gonna give away kind of how nerdish I am, I guess. I love watching cooking shows, and I especially love watching like British cooking shows. I know, it's weird. That's how I learned about celeriac root, was by watching British cooking shows. And they use this in a lot of things, so I am excited to give it a try. I'm actually in the process of putting everything away right now in my refrigerators. Something that I really like to do when I'm putting away my groceries, I need to remember to do this. If I don't, then I will sometimes have things go bad because I will forget that I have them. So something that I like to do to make sure that that doesn't happen is I like to keep my menu planner nearby while I'm putting everything in the refrigerators. Because when I go shopping, I sometimes have a list of things that I want, but a lot of times I will go shopping planning to look for things that are on sale. That way I save a lot more money that way, and then I plan my menu around that. Another fun thing that I got is ginger. I buy organic ginger quite often, fresh organic ginger. I buy it as a digestive aid to make tea with. If you guys have never made fresh ginger herbal tea, you should try it. You are really in for a treat. It tastes so light and clean. It's just wonderful, and you can add lemon to it as well, and the lemon really helps give it even more of just a warm yet refreshing tea. It's just delicious. It's a great drink, and it just feels really clean. So I got a pound. I've been eyeing these for a while. I love cooking with mushrooms. Mushrooms are one of my favorite foods. This is portobello organic mushrooms. So we're gonna make something really special with these, and I'm probably gonna make something really special with them tonight, actually. I have been going through a ton of kombucha lately. I love kombucha. It's just wonderful, and I feel like it really helps my digestive system out. I've been going through probably, when I buy it from the grocery store, I will drink like 2 big jars, which is, they're $7 a piece, so it's $14 a week. And I decided I am going through so much of this, I need to find a more cost-effective solution. I've made kombucha before, so I'm gonna make this. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. I have rhubarb, you guys, tons of rhubarb from my garden. So I planned ahead. I am going to make some Victoria salsa. I saw the recipe and I thought it looked like something our family would enjoy. So I bought raisins from Azure to do some Victoria's salsa with the rhubarb from our garden. I've got 2 bags of raisins here. I got a big portion because some of my children informed me that we were out of raisins and they really like raisins, so they want to borrow. I have 6 children. If you're new here, you don't know that, but those of you that are returning, of course, know that. I'm getting ready to make a ton of lasagna for the freezer. When I make lasagna, I like to make about 7 of them, and then I like to freeze them so that I can pull them out on busy nights. And I decided to do that because I'm going to have a lot of nights where I'll be working in the garden or just have things going on, especially now that we have a homestead here. I need gluten-free, and so I got myself some gluten-free lasagna noodles. You guys, this was really expensive. This does not look like a lot of money here, but it was. This is Pomona's pectin. I got a whole pound of Pomona's pectin because, again, I have that rhubarb. So I have a lot of rhubarb to do something with, and my kids love it. Naturally, I am going to make jams and jellies. I'm going to make some strawberry rhubarb jam and jelly. As mentioned, I don't eat wheat products or gluten. I have Hashimoto's hypothyroidism, so gluten is one of the things that just doesn't do well for me. But I do make wheat for the family, obviously, the sourdough starter. But this is some unbleached flour. I like to use wheat flour. I have wheat flour that I grind, but I like to mix it with a little bit of unbleached just to lighten it up a little bit. The family, if I just make something with whole wheat, the family is not as apt to eat it as it is if I just put even just a little bit of unbleached to lighten it up. I know it's not the healthiest thing, but my family just, they won't eat it if I make it completely with whole wheat. So I have 2 bags. These are 10 pounds each. So I got 20 pounds of unbleached flour. I'm very excited about this book. This is Preserving with Pomona's Pectin. So this is going to have the recipes because a lot of times the bottle recipe book doesn't have recipes for the Pomona's Pectin. So I wanted to get a book that has the right measurements for using Pomona's Pectin. So I went ahead and I bought this book since I am going to be making as much jam and jelly as I can this year. I used to make my own jams and jellies all of the time. And then I had my 4th child. After I had my 4th child, I just found I had so much less time than I did when I had just like 2 children. Plus, we homeschool, so I stopped making my own jams and jellies for a while over the winter. I started again though. I had frozen some fruit that my brother had brought by. He brought it by in the middle of last summer, so I froze it. And I decided before Christmas, on Christmas break, to make some jelly with it. And it was such a hit with my kids that I realized I need to get back into jelly making. So I bought this book, Preserving with Pomona's Pectin, because I'm going to make a lot of strawberry rhubarb jelly for my family since I have a huge 3x7 patch of rhubarb. So I bought this book because I don't really have very many recipes that use Pomona's Pectin, and with jelly making it seems every recipe is so finicky and you can't always swap one pectin out for another. So I thought I better get this book so that my recipes turn out. I'm excited to look through this book. You guys, it's a beautiful book. The recipe pictures are just absolutely lovely. I could just look at these all day long and read these all day long. I wasn't able to look through and see if they even have a strawberry rhubarb recipe. I hope they do. Oh, they have several rhubarb recipes. I can't wait to make these. I have some strawberries growing here on our homestead, but not very many. Not enough to go with the strawberry rhubarb jelly. So I bought some. I bought a whole case of strawberries. These were on sale too this time. And again, I got a huge whole case of them. I hope you guys don't mind the noise in the background. All the kids are around. They've got projects they're working on. I think the 3-year-old is disassembling a box. So it's really noisy. I'm really sorry about that. I store things in mason jars. So I needed some more lids to go with the mason jars. So I got a bag of lids. Normally I buy this stuff by the case. This is a Squirt and Lather hand soap citrus. I like to add additional essential oils to this. Normally I buy it by the case, but I was placing such a large order this time that I thought, I need to start cutting back a little bit. So I ordered just one of these because I'm about out. Now that we have a cellar, and not just one, but 3 pantries, I have space to store food for our family. At our old home, I had space, but it wasn't as much space as I have here, and I certainly did not have a cellar. So now that I have more space to store things, I am going to be storing bigger bulk things, especially since I can't just run to the store whenever I want to like I could when we lived in town. So I bought some of these oxygen absorbers, and these are the small ones. I think these are for a quart or a gallon. So I did order some bigger ones too, but they were out of stock by the time my order shipped. Sometimes that happens with Azure. I decided to try a new deodorant. This is geranium and lime. It's Pit Putty. It smells very clean, really good. I'm going to be making my own lotion about once or twice a year. I make a batch of lotion for my family. This is only going to make a small batch this time, but I've got 100% aloe vera, a whole quart here. That is going to be the base for my lotion that I'm going to make. And then I have cocoa butter, and I'm also going to be putting vitamin D3 liquid in the lotion. It's supposed to be really good for dry skin, so I hope it works. We'll see. I ran out of kids' gummies, and so I was having to get them at Walmart, which I don't like to have to do, but we were out, so I decided I don't want that to happen again, especially now that I have pantries to stock up a little bit for, you know, more than just the 1 month. So I have 2 bottles of kids' gummies here. I find that my skin is getting a little bit drier since we're, I guess, maybe higher in elevation. I'm not sure, but we are higher in elevation because we are on a mountain. So maybe that's why. But I needed some more moisturizing cream. So I got this hyaluronic acid. It's gonna be a while before my kombucha is ready, so I did buy myself a half a gallon. This is the Herbuchas, just kombucha with ginger. It's very, very yummy. You can tell I like ginger. This is one of my favorite yogurts, this Greek whole milk yogurt. I think it's a great alternative to sour cream. It's very good. Oh, looky here. I forgot. I ordered 2. It's kind of like Christmas, opening all these boxes. You forget what you order sometimes, and you open them up, and it's all this stuff that you forgot that you ordered. Anybody else do that? I do that all the time. With Azure, the more you buy, the more you save. I think this was 13 cents an ounce if you buy it in a large quantity. So I bought some more laundry liquid from Azure because we were about out. And since we are a big family, I like to buy this in bulk, and I like to buy the big jug because it does save us a lot of money in the long run.